Good morning. In the last lecture, we discussed Schrodinger equation of hydrogen atom in spherical polar coordinate system. You may think that why Schrodinger equation of hydrogen atom is expressed in terms of the partial differential equation in spherical polar coordinate system. The virtue of writing this equation is it is readily separable into three different equations. This equation can be easily separated into three different equations. Each equation will be function of a single variable. We want to get the solution of this Schrodinger equation psi of r theta phi in terms of three different coordinates, in terms of three different variables. Just a minute. These three variables are the coordinate variables. For example, if we express psi as which is solution of the equation for hydrogen we have written, this should be function of three different variables. R of r, theta of theta, phi of phi. Equation number 1. Article of this name of this article is separation of variables. The next article, the reason for writing Schrodinger equation of hydrogen atom in the form shown in the last lecture is that this form is easy to separate it into three different equations. Each equation will be involving a single coordinate. We want the wave function psi of this Schrodinger equation, which is psi of r theta phi, is product of three independent variables, r of r, theta of theta, phi of phi. This r is function of this r, this theta is function of this theta, this phi is function of this phi. Product of these three variables, product of these three individual variables will be equal to psi of r theta phi. These variables are such that r of r is independent of theta and phi of phi. Theta of theta is independent of r of r and phi of phi. Phi of phi is independent of r of r and theta of theta. When we consider the equation in r of r, the variable r of r describes behavior of the wave function psi for the electron of the hydrogen atom along the radius vector small r. In the last article, we have drawn the figure for the spherical polar coordinate system with coordinates r, theta, phi. The radius vector is that small r. So, r of r describes the behavior or variation of the wave function psi for the electron of the hydrogen atom along the radius vector small r, and this behavior is independent of other two variables theta of theta and phi of phi. If we derive the expression in terms of theta of theta, theta of theta describes behavior of the wave function psi for the electron about the zenith angle theta, described only by the zenith angle theta, which is a meridian. We will have different meridians for different zenith angles. These meridians will be the longitudes of a sphere whose center is at the nucleus of the hydrogen atom. And in this case, the behavior of the wave function psi for the electron of the hydrogen atom will be independent of r of r and phi of phi. If we derive the expression in terms of phi of phi describes the behavior of the electron of the hydrogen atom about the parallels of a globe of a sphere whose center is at the nucleus of the hydrogen atom, and behavior of the wave function psi in this case is independent of the variables r of r and theta of theta. Here we have expressed the wave function psi as product of these variables r of r, theta of theta and phi of phi. In the last lecture, we wrote this equation for the hydrogen atom: sin square theta dou by dou r square dou psi by dou r plus sin theta dou by dou theta of sin theta dou psi by dou theta plus dou 2 psi by dou phi square plus 2m r square sin square theta divided by h cross square into e square divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 r plus e into psi is equal to 0, equation number 2. In the last lecture, we obtained this partial differential equation in spherical polar coordinate system for the hydrogen atom, equation number 2. Now, we want to find value of dou psi by dou r, dou psi by dou theta and dou 2 psi by dou phi square. For this purpose, let us differentiate equation 1 first with respect to r. Differentiate equation 1 with respect to small r to get dou psi by dou r is equal to dou r by dou r, theta is constant, phi is constant, equation number 3. Then differentiate equation 1 with respect to theta, keeping r of r and phi of phi constant, to get dou psi by dou theta is equal to dou theta by dou theta, capital R, capital theta, small theta. Here R and phi are constant, equation number 4. And finally this one, in differentiate equation 1 with respect to phi, to get value of dou 2 psi by dou phi square. Here R is constant, theta is constant, and what we have here, d2 phi, dou 2 phi by dou phi square, equation number 5. Capital phi, small phi. This is the partial differential equation written for hydrogen atom in spherical polar coordinate system. This equation is known as Schrödinger equation for the hydrogen atom in spherical polar coordinate system. We want to separate this equation into 3 different equations such that each equation will involve only single coordinate, and wave function psi, which is the solution for this equation, will be product of these 3 variables, such that R of R independent of these 2, theta of theta independent of this and this, phi of phi independent of this and this. When we have one equation in terms of R of R only, this will describe the behavior of the wave function psi about the radius vector, and it will be independent of theta and phi. When we express the equation in terms of theta, then it will describe the behavior of the electron of the wave function for the electron of the hydrogen atom about the zenith angle theta corresponding to various longitudes, meridians, which are meridians or longitudes of a sphere whose center is at the nucleus of the hydrogen atom. And if we get the equation in terms of only phi of phi, this phi of phi will describe behavior of the wave function psi for the electron of the hydrogen atom about the parallels of the sphere whose center is at the nucleus of the hydrogen atom. Right? After writing this equation, after writing this psi of psi as product of these 3 terms which are independent of each other, differentiating equation 1 with respect to R, equation 3 obtained, differentiating equation 1 with respect to theta, equation 4 obtained, differentiating equation 1 with respect to phi twice, equation 5 is obtained. Let us substitute this value for dou psi by dou R from 3 here. Let us substitute this value for dou psi by dou theta from equation 4 here, and this value for dou 2 psi by dou phi square from equation 5 here. So let us substitute equations 3, 4 and 5 into equation 2. Let us substitute equations 3, 4 and 5 into equation 2 for dou psi by dou R, dou psi by dou theta, dou 2 psi by dou phi square. Let us substitute to get sin square theta dou by dou R square dou psi by dou R is dou R by dou R theta phi plus. Let us go to the second term. Sin theta dou by dou theta of sin theta, and this term dou theta by dou theta, here R and phi are constant, plus for the third term let us put this as R theta and this is what, dou 2 phi by dou phi square plus this constant terms as it is 2m r square sin square theta divided by h cross square into e square divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 r plus e into psi is equal to 0, equation number 6. After substituting values for dou psi by dou r, dou psi by dou theta, dou 2 psi by dou phi square from 3, 4, 5 into 2, we get equation 6. Let us divide equation 6 by this one. This is simply r theta phi. Instead of writing r of r, theta of theta, phi of phi, we can simply write this as r theta phi. Divide equation 6 by r theta phi. This r theta phi is what? Psi. So, dividing equation 6 by this r theta phi, we may further have when we divide first term by r theta phi, this phi will get cancelled, only 1 divided by r will be left, and that is sin square theta into dou by dou r of r square dou r by dou r, this divided by capital R, theta phi get cancelled, plus here r phi will get cancelled and in the denominator theta will come. So let me put it here, sin theta divided by capital theta dou by dou theta of sin theta dou capital theta by dou small theta, plus here r theta get cancelled and in the denominator phi will appear. So let me write this as 1 divided by capital phi dou 2 capital phi divided by dou phi square plus this constant term as it is 2m r square sin square theta divided by h cross square into in the bracket e square divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 r plus e is equal to 0, equation 7. This psi is r theta phi, as whole thing is divided by r theta phi, this psi will get cancelled and therefore it will not appear in equation 7. Here theta phi get cancelled, 1 by r will appear. Here r phi get cancelled, 1 by theta will appear here. Here r theta get cancelled, 1 by phi will appear here. Here this psi is r theta phi. So this psi get cancelled with r theta phi and therefore no psi will come in equation 7. Now equation 7 may further be written as sin square theta divided by capital R dou by dou R of r square dou r by dou r plus sin small theta divided by capital theta into dou by dou theta sin theta dou theta by dou theta plus 2m r square psi square theta divided by h cross square into e square divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 r plus e is equal to this term, third term of equation 7, sent to RHS to get minus 1 divided by phi dou 2 phi by dou phi square, equation number 8. Substituting the values of dou psi by dou r, dou psi by dou theta, dou psi by dou phi, we got this one. Dividing this equation by r theta phi, we got equation 7. Third term for third of equation 7 is transferred to RHS to get equation 8. And now let us have a look inside equation 8. If we see equation 8, what do we find? We find that the terms on RHS is function of only phi, whereas this term is a constant term. Okay, this function, the second term is function of theta only, first term is function of r only. It means that RHS of equation 8 is function of only phi, whereas on LHS, out of 3 terms, the last term is constant and remaining 2 terms are functions of r and theta. This LHS will be equal to RHS from equation 8 if and only if RHS of equation 8 and LHS of equation 8 should be equal to same constant. Equation 8 will be true if and only if RHS of equation 8 and LHS of equation 8 both are equal to same constant. Why this should be same constant? Because LHS and RHS are same according to equation 8. One thing. Second thing, RHS is function of only phi, whereas LHS is a function of 2 variables r and theta, and therefore equation 8 will be valid, it will be true if RHS of equation 8 and LHS of equation 8 should be equal to same constant. For simplicity, let me assume that LHS and RHS of this equation is equal to ml square, a constant, equation number 9. I consider a constant ml square equal to LHS of equation 8 as well as LHS of equation 9, so that I can write equation 9, that is sin square theta by capital R into dou by dou R of r square dou R by dou R plus sin theta by capital theta into dou by dou theta sin theta dou theta by dou theta plus 2m r square sin square theta divided by this h cross square into the bracket e square divided by 4 pi epsilon 0 r plus e is equal to minus 1 by capital phi into dou 2 phi by dou phi square. This is equal to ml square, equation 9. If equation 9 is true, then only equation 8 will be true. If equation 9 is valid equation, then only equation 8 will be valid equation. Okay, so this is one stage in the process of separating variables of the Schrodinger equation of hydrogen atom expressed in spherical polar coordinate system. We shall consider equation 9 and we shall separate the variables in the next lecture. Hope you got it. Thank you.